Welcome back to Western New York Living. The warmer weather in our area can bring about many things, one of which is busier roadways. That's why it makes sense that May is Motorcycle Safety Awareness Month, and William Mattar offices are committed for safety for everyone on the road. This morning we are so happy to have with us Ian Russ, who is the Outreach Coordinator at the William Mattar Law Offices. Ian, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me on.
Now, okay, there are so many different awareness months related to safety on the roads. How did May become Motorcycle Safety Awareness Month?
Yeah, so as you just said, with the warmer weather kind of kicking up, May kind of sort of launches the motorcycle season for a lot of people. But, with that comes a lot of risk. And, motorcycles are actually 28 times more likely to die in a crash compared to a standard driver. So that's something that we've seen through our work at our office, and that's why we've decided to really push at the beginning of the season to just raise awareness about the safety issues with motorcycles.
That's such a high number. What are some of the most common causes of motorcycle accidents that your firm has seen?
Yeah, so with motorcycles, it's kind of the same as a traditional vehicle, but just heightened. With the motorcycle, there's no box around you. You're just on your bike, out on the road, and with a collision, there's a lot more risk. So being aware, distracted driving is such a big thing with that. And it's not just your phones. With cars now, there's all those doodads that you have on your screens and whatnot. So it's big on paying attention, making sure to check your blind spots, especially with how small motorcycles can fit into those areas.
Totally. Now we'll get to what bikers can do to keep themselves safe, but as a motorcyclist, what can we do to help them on the roads? What do we need to know about?
Yeah, so for a standard driver, you want to make sure you're checking your blind spots. You want to always double check, and make sure that there's nobody in your blind spots as you're merging over. With speed, you want to make sure that you're maintaining a safe speed, and especially with weather conditions. I know that's not as big of a factor now, but especially with rain, as you know, there's been a lot of rain recently, so roads get slippery, and making sure that you're just safe as you're merging over.
Okay, and what advice do you have for our bikers that are watching today? What are some motorcyclist tips specifically that can keep them safe while they're on their bikes this spring and summer?
Yeah, so with motorcyclists, just making sure that you're aware as well. You fit into those blind spots, and when cars are merging over, it's really important that you're making sure to give them some distance. You want to make sure to preserve yourself, and we always say too to dress for the crash. You always want to be prepared that if you do go down, you're wearing equipment that's safe, wearing a good helmet, wearing some thicker coats or pants to make sure that when you do hit the ground, you're not getting as much damage, and trying to preserve yourself as much as you can.
Even in the warm weather, that's still very important.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, how does all this information align with your firm's mission? I know that's important.
Yeah, so we are a personal injury office, and with that we get a lot of motorcyclists that come in, and we've seen the effects that can have not only on the individual but their families. As I said, there's a much higher risk for motorcyclists to die as a result of a crash. So that's just something that we've taken a big initiative on, with trying to make sure that people are aware. And we do have our Be Nice, Look Twice program that we have our signs for here. So those will be out and about. And if you are interested in getting one, you can reach out to us at marketing@williammattar.com.
That's wonderful. Any final thoughts to help people stay safe on the roads this spring?
Like I said, just distracted driving is such a big thing, making sure you're aware. And if you are involved in an accident and you need assistance, we're always here to help. Hurt in a car, call William Mattar, or hurt on a motorcycle, call William Mattar.
Yes. So. Ian, thank you so much for being here and all this great information.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
The William Mattar Law Offices are the largest motor vehicle accident firm in New York State. To find out more about their motorcycle safety awareness program, head to their website at williammattar.com. There you'll find more information about many of their other programs they sponsor throughout the year. If you'd like a Be Nice, Look Twice lawn sign, email them at marketing@williammattar.com.